Now, your Alaska Link weather for Fairbanks and the interior.
Good evening. Yesterday, we did hit that threshold of keeping a high temperature into those 20s below zero. And we'll keep an eye on how many hours that we are going to stay to that threshold, because the longevity of this cold system is what is going to be talked about not only locally, but for much of mainland Alaska. Now, here's what we're seeing as we work into this tomorrow morning, I should say. We are dropping down into those 30s to 40s below zero. We even had some reports this morning at about the 50s below zero in some isolated spots, so we can see that cold dense air is filling and settling in. We're noting that we will hold and battle this cold for the rest of the week. We are looking at the coldest point to come by Friday, where even some temperatures will struggle to get out of those 40s and 30s below zero. Now, with this, we're also seeing that there has been a touch more cloud cover as well as that ice fog around. That does create some reduced visibility concerns at times, some areas of some slick travel, and continues to add to this dangerous cold that we battle. Again, especially the longevity of this cold is our biggest battle. Now, we are going to see some improvements as we head from Sunday, Monday, when it comes down to a little bit of a pattern shakeup that may even bring some snow showers to the area, pull the temperatures up a bit, but it looks like this cold snap is going to be something we may battle even as we work towards the early February forecast. So for the time being, though, we are stuck in that cold, looking at heading into our Wednesday still with that ice fog, some passing cloud cover, sunshine, and temperatures steady into those 20s below zero. One thing that we have seen changed over about the last 24 hours is that the winds have become much lighter, especially when we get to this cold. Really not a big difference between the 20s to the 40s below zero, but something to note that we don't have as much of a wind to battle, but you still need to take those cold precautions here, as the longevity of this is going to be in place for at least another 5 days. We have 6 hours and 3 minutes of daylight. 10:01 is that sunrise. 4:04 is that sunset. So continuing to see that these days are growing by about 6.5 minutes now. We see the high temperatures, again, not too much for high temperatures. Do just get to those single digits below zero there for Healy, Denali National Park, 25 below, Tana Cross, and even seeing Circle at about 37 below. Not much adjustment in those temperatures, only noting that Thursday into Friday we will deepen that cold air, and we are watching that extended outlook as well, even seeing that the temperature outlook that runs through February 2nd still keeps the likelihood of this below normal temperature trend, especially some drastic temperatures for portions of southwest Alaska. That's a region where there are some records. It's typical to see this type of cold spell here locally, but we'll keep an eye on some of the numbers. Definitely a big difference, though, in temperature trend from Fairbanks to Juneau, as they're battling some significant snowfall. But we may have that chance to talk about snowfall working into the weekend out of that cold point.